Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. I was actually doubting uploading this video because I don't have the demolding, and I think this pour is absolutely fail, but I thought, yeah, come on, show it. But anyway, I'm mixing here my colors, and I want to mix a darker brown tone, so I have this mixing chart from Etta Art for the pigment drops, and I'm going here with yellow, with red, and with blue. And with these three colors you can create your brown shade. So that's what I'm doing. The resin I'm using here is the Mastercast resin, because I wanted to achieve a flower. And you see it's a very beautiful dark brown tone I'm mixing here. See, it's like coffee, like espresso, very beautiful. So this is my first color, and then I'm going for my next color, and I will be using a metal gold. So my plan is to make a flower actually in this tray mold. I have chosen the Geode Tray Mold from MoldsandShapes. I think you saw it earlier. So there I'm mixing it, and I think I put a little bit too much of the gold in there, but you will see later. And now I wanted to also make a nice etching, because I always like to pour everything in one go. And now I'm just mixing my color for the etching, and I'm using here some interference pearl from Etta Art. I'm using the dark chocolate, also a pearlescent mica, and then I'm using the golden caramel, which is really one of my all-time favorite colors. It's very beautiful. And now I'm mixing this as well, and you achieve with these three colors a very delicate brownish tone, which has this pearl sheen because of the interference pearl, and I really adore it. So I can take my mold and then I can start pouring. So this is the M size geode, round geode mold from MoldsandShapes. It's the tray mold, and I'm pouring my clear resin into the mold. It's a Mastercast resin. Like I mentioned before, it's a 1-to-1 resin. It's a thick resin, but currently, because it's winter, I struggle a little bit with the blooms. I really need to be honest with this. Even though I put my resin on to the heating, I don't know. Sometimes it's like the resin doesn't love you. That's what I'm thinking. So now I'm taking care with the heat gun to pop some bubbles, and I will also use the dotting tool later just to see at the edges if there are any bubbles trapped. So I'm gonna take care for the bubbles as well. So I needed some baby wipe, and now you see me just going carefully around the edges. Please make sure that you are not scratching your mold, because it's easily done, and you see this later on your resin piece, and then you need to dome it. This step you can avoid by being very careful with the silicone mold. And also when you use the heat gun and the torch, please always be careful. So now I start with my brown color, and I'm just going in a wiggly spiral. You see it there. I just go without thinking much, just going in this wiggly spiral. I'm not gonna fill up my mold completely till the edge with my brown. At a certain point I will stop. Then I'm gonna take my golden color, and I love those metal powders, and I'm pouring practically on top and at the sides of my brown tone. You see it there. So yeah, at that moment I still thought everything was okay, just continuing with my gold, and now I'm also taking again a little bit of the brown, and I'm not sure if this was a mistake, but yeah, I will certainly do this again because I used to succeed with flowers. I know I shouldn't tell you, but yeah, you will see at the end result, and I'm very curious what you think. So, and now I'm just making sure I make the flower design, just pulling my stick from the outside to the inside 8 times, and then I'm also giving it a little swirl in the center, and this is my flower done. Just quickly the heat gun or the torch, and now I'm using the brown tone. And well, I was not satisfied there, so I added a little bit more of the darker brown into my resin, so it becomes a little bit darker. I don't think that those colors are really matching. This is what I also thought, but you will also see it at the end result, and I'm very curious what you are thinking, guys, because I think the match is not quite all right, but you know, I really thought I also show you failures, what I consider as failure, and I'm so curious what you are thinking of it. So I'm pouring around, just using all my resin, and my geode mold is almost doming, so everything is fine. There was something in my resin. Now I'm using also a little bit of the gold because I still had it. And then I can use later on the heat gun and let my resin work. There I have the torch, but I will also use the heat gun in a bit. So I'm quite curious what the outcome is going to be. I need to let my resin work, do whatever it needs to do right now, and then I'm very curious about the demolding, which I didn't film because I considered this already when it was still in the mold as a fail. So yeah. It's a confusing video, I'm sorry. I'm here just using everything which is still in my cup. Yeah, and then I finally let the resin do whatever it needs to do, and I'm gonna show you a little time lapse as well, so you can see that the resin was moving but not moving as much as I wanted it to move. So there's the time lapse coming. I'm using the heat gun here so it can do something at the edges, but somehow yeah, it all didn't work the way I wanted it to work. And yeah, you will see in a second also the final result, because like I said, I didn't film the demolding, but I was asked, you know, if I could show what I've done. So I'm doing this because I showed a picture on Instagram, and this is the final result. Someone said it looks like hibiscus. I'm not sure. For me, it's a completely fail. Anyway, with this, I love and leave you. I thank you for watching, and take care, guys. Bye-bye.